Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Step Chat here from the Fortress of Solitude out of Seattle, Washington. My hair is sticking up all over the place. Nothing I can do about it. Good to see you. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for being here. For those of you that I've not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Stephen Jones. I am the executive director of Float and of Aloft and Fulcrum and some other stuff like that. And we're good to have you. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to another edition of Step Chat with yours truly. We host this show every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and whatever the hell time it is where you are. This is a very busy week here in the Floativerse, so I'd like to take a couple minutes to go over the important stuff you need to know, because this week there is a lot of stuff actually happening. First of all, tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., if you are one of our Aloft streaming members, you will officially get your email for your login for Tuesday's class. Tomorrow night, mañana, is our rescheduled episode of La Familia Float with Pia Guadalupe, or should I say, con Pia Guadalupe. That'll be taking place tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and whatever the hell time it is where you are. The show will be simulcast both on Facebook and on Float, or Facebook and on Instagram. Then on Tuesday, as we've already talked or already alluded to, the Aloft streaming class, Getting Returns on Your Reels with Jesse Marclaro. That is going to be on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time, and whatever the hell time it is where you are. So once again, if you are a member of Aloft, you don't have to do anything because your invitation is being sent to you tomorrow morning. If you are not a member of Aloft, you have two options. You can either join Aloft. Aloft has options at $80 for 6 months or $120 for the year. You get free access to all of our virtual classes as well as the entire library of recorded content up until this point. There are over 150 videos, classes, and podcast episodes available to you as a member of Aloft. But let's say you don't want to join Aloft. Let's say you're the non-committal type and you're like, hey, I just want to take this class. No problem. Go to the Orange Store, which is floatconvention.com/orange store. That's orange like the color, store like the retail. And sign up for just $25. You will receive a link to the class when the class goes live. And when the class is done, you will also receive a digital download of the class by signing up at $25. If you're an Aloft member, you don't need the download because you already get unlimited streaming access to the class as many times as you ever want to watch it. Then on Tuesday, our good old staple, Kicking Back with Lisa Mack, our virtual happy hour. Just one problem. Lisa is not going to be available. Lisa is not going to be available Tuesday night. It'll be Tuesdays with Tony this coming Tuesday night here on the Float Network. So good old Tony Cooper will be covering for Lisa McIntyre this coming Tuesday. So this Tuesday won't be Kicking Back with Lisa Mack. It won't even be Kicking Back without Lisa Mack. It'll be Tuesdays with Tony. Don't feel too bad, though, folks, because the next day on Wednesday, you'll get Lisa back. Working Wonders is this coming Wednesday night, our next episode of Working Wonders. That's going to be Wednesday, August 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, and whatever the hell time it is where you are. Join Crystal, Lisa, Debbie, and Ronnie as this time around they go over apparently work attire. I guess they're going to be all fashionable this week, talking about how they present themselves at jobs and meeting with clients and that kind of thing. The first thing I want to share with everybody is that we are now accepting bonus class propositions, proposals, whatever you want to call them, for the upcoming convention. So I do want to remind everybody how a bonus class works. Bonus classes are only for those individuals who are registered to attend the convention. So if you are coming to the convention as just a general attendee, right? You paid your registration fee, you're coming to Float, but you want the opportunity to maybe teach a class, get in front of people, right? Maybe get noticed by a sponsor, that kind of thing. This is your opportunity. We have as many as 14 spots available. And historically, it's one class, one person. So in other words, if you have an idea that you want to teach a bonus class, you need to get it to me as soon as possible. Let's talk about sponsorships, folks. We have got some new sponsors to talk about. Well, I'm thrilled to share with you that one of our deadline competitions, we already had one that was sponsored by our friends at High Float. They sponsored the delivery competition. However, we have another deadline competition that's now formally been sponsored, and that is the hanging decor competition presented by our friends at Click Click. Hanging decor competition, at least for now, is tentatively scheduled for a Sunday deadline of January 25th. But thank you to our friends at Click Click for that. I also want to share with you that they have also agreed to sponsor the ceiling decor floaty competition. So the Monday soiree is now going to be taking place in the Grand Theater at the Grand Sierra Hotel. We created decor for the main theater, and then we created decor for the lobby. So instead of having an entrance and the club sponsorship now there's theater decor, which basically, if you agree to sponsor the Monday soiree theater decor, you get the entire space inside the theater to address. And if you are sponsoring the lobby, you get the entire lobby to decorate. I talked about the fact that some of the sponsorship pricing actually went down. That's right. It is the DJ, KJ sponsorships and the photo booth sponsorships. So the pricing that was initially listed in the sponsorship packet was pricing based on superficial website information that we had gotten for various hosts in the area. The sponsorship pricing on the KJ for Club Latex, the DJ for the Monday Night Soiree, and the DJ for the Designer Awards Gala have all come down. And in addition, the photo booth sponsorship also at the gala and has also come down, and it's come down to the point to where it could be also hosted other evenings as well. But that's not all. I am, of course, talking about the float tote bags. The float tote bags, many of you noticed, how come the tote bags weren't in the packet? They weren't in the packet because we didn't know at the time how this was going to be addressed. Well, now we do. And so later, at some point in the next 24 to 48 hours, the tote bag sponsorship is going to be added to the float, to the general sponsorship section of the float stuff. But that's not all. Through our connections with the Reno Convention and Visitors Bureau, we have secured a 10-foot by 12-foot space at Reno International Airport, just outside the baggage claim area. Literally every person getting off a plane will be walking past this spot at the airport. And one lucky company, whoever that's going to be, has the ability to sponsor that space. Some new faces that are coming to the vendor showcase. So, folks, let's start things off by welcoming our friends from Babaloon. Babaloon, if you were paying attention earlier this week, you saw this photograph that I posted in the main group. That's our good friend Jeremy Johnston, the founder of Pops Trading Cards, along with Jay and Will, I believe, if I remember correctly, the owners and people that run Babaloon. Babaloon is actually a manufacturer of balloons, both latex and foil, and they will be joining us for the very first time coming to float. Our friends at Aeropole are going to be joining us for the very first time as vendors in the vendor showcase, everybody. So for those of you that want to learn more about this fabulous system, you'll get the chance to actually meet the folks that run Aeropole. I do want to take this opportunity to remind everybody that we currently have a contest going on with our favorite faculty contest. You get $50 off your registration to float if you sign up before the end of this month, before August 30th, and use the coupon code that is affiliated with your favorite instructor coming to the convention. Now, this is something that I want to share with everybody because this is something brand new to Float this year that everybody needs to know about. If you ship anything to the hotel, you will have to pick up your shipment from the business center in the hotel. And with the business center means you will have to pay a receiving fee. All right, well, let's talk about Aloft. As we've already talked, our class is coming up this coming Tuesday, but just about 2 weeks ago, we had a fabulous class with the one and only Dawn Gertman. And folks, I am thrilled to share with you that Dawn's video is completed and has been sent to the web guys to upload it into the system. Also, I didn't get a chance to talk about this last week because I was too busy being distracted in Vegas, but episode 25 of the Rubber Bubble podcast is officially online and ready for you to listen to. Again, this for our members of Aloft Streaming. Episode 25, it's not you, it's me. This one is about when's a good time to fire a client. Now let's get to our more street level Floativerse content. And at this point, let's talk about the Step Chat survey. Normally every Sunday we do a Step Chat survey now. We start doing this fun little survey every Sunday in the Float Facebook group. We did one last Sunday because I had every intention of doing a fairly regular show. And then, of course, everything was side railed by the fact that I was in Las Vegas and I just didn't want to work that hard. Which means this week, we don't have one result to talk about, but we have two results to talk about. So, last week's survey, the question was, when it comes to choosing your flights, when you travel to attend a convention or a conference or whatever, what is your priority when it comes to selecting the flights? And I'm thrilled to share with everybody that the overwhelming response that was given to everybody was that people tend to choose direct flights whenever possible, even if it means a higher ticket price. And I will also tell you that I am in that same boat. Today, we asked another question in the Step Chat survey. Today's question was, if you're at an event, if you're at a convention, or if you're at a conference or whatever, and you decide to skip a class, what would be the biggest reason why you would skip a class? Why would you not go to a class session? Here are the results that we got from you guys. The number one reason, and I saw this one coming. I saw this one coming. The number one reason was sleeping in. The 8 o'clock classes are always the ones that people, especially on the second day. First day of the convention, people don't really have a problem getting to the 8 o'clock classes. But by the second day, yeah, a lot of people sleep in and skip that 8 o'clock session. Thank you all very much to everybody who took the time to respond to our survey questions. I do want to remind each and every one of you that if you are attending Float 2026, you are eligible to be a member of the Float Forum. The Float Forum is a private Facebook group exclusively for those attending the event. Also want to remind everybody that if you are looking for a roommate for Float 2026, we have a post pinned to the top of the Float group. People there can comment and looking for roommates. In fact, I know for a fact that somebody just posted the other day, a guy looking for a roommate for the convention. So there we go. So look for that in the Float group. Once again, I want to remind everybody that Float is on YouTube at youtube.com/@thefloativerse. We ask that if you are active on YouTube to please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share that stuff, and help us get our content noticed. We would really, really appreciate it. With that being said, let's also talk about the schedule for this week. As you know, we're doing the live broadcast right here. The full episode of tonight's broadcast will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow on Monday, and then the summary version, the Step Chat summary, the abbreviated version of tonight's chat, will be uploaded on Tuesday. All right, and finally, Fit for Float. If you're looking to drop some weight and look a little skinnier and wow some people when you get to Reno, our good friend Lisa McIntyre runs this Facebook group, and you are welcome to join. She hosts Weigh-In Wednesdays, where you're not expected to share the weigh-in. You're just, if you want to, you can. If not, don't do it. But it's a great little way for people to kind of connect with each other and drop some pounds and get in better shape for the convention. If that's something you're interested in, reach out to Lisa McIntyre. She'd be happy to help you, or look for Fit for Float on Facebook. There we go. And with that, everybody, that will do it. Now, really quickly, Mia had asked a question earlier, and I'm looking to see if that slide is still. It is. There we go. So the first thing to keep in mind is, as a member of Aloft, you do get VIP access, early access into the vendor showcase on Sunday. The vendor showcase is scheduled to open at 11 a.m. on Sunday, January 25th. However, all of our flotation pass holders and all of our Aloft streaming members will be allowed to enter the vendor showcase starting at 9 a.m. That means you get a 2-hour head start in front of everybody else to get to your favorite vendors, to see new products, and do that before the crowd comes in and gets crowded. You will also receive 24-hour advanced access to general class registration. What does that mean? The general classes are going to go up. I can't remember the exact date, and I believe it's on a Friday. The Thursday prior to Friday, so the day before, if you are a member of Aloft Streaming, you will get to log in early and sign up for your classes before the general masses do. Another benefit exclusively to Aloft members only. To Aloft members only, you will have an express lane for check-in at the float registration desk. If you are a member of Aloft, there will be a separate line just for you. Reserve seating at the Designer Awards Gala. If you are a member of Aloft, you get to reserve your seat in advance. And then finally, a 10% discount on all float merchandise, either leading up to the convention or at the convention itself. So yeah, any bonus t-shirts you want to buy, any hats, any mugs, any of the float merchandise at all, the hoodies, any of that stuff, Aloft members will receive a 10% discount on all of our float merchandise. All right, Elaine asked a question. Do Aloft members get first access to purchase a flotation pass? No, because this year we're not necessarily, I don't think we're going to have to limit the number of flotation passes this year. Let me get out of this now that we're done with this. That was one of the reasons why we had to limit flotation passes in the past has been because of space, right? And because of benefits and that kind of thing. This year, we don't have that same problem. I'm also going to tell you, I don't know, again, we haven't shared this yet. We don't know the exact price on it, but it's going to be a lot more than the previous years. Remember, the flotation pass this year includes 3 lunch and learns with lunch provided. It includes the free headshots. It includes a bonus day of it includes the Thursday master classes as well, right? There's a lot of stuff this year. So yeah, it's not going to be the same price as it was last year. It's going up considerably. So I don't necessarily think that we're going to have as many people fighting this time because the price is going up significantly for the flotation pass. Okay, guys. Well, thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time right here on the step. Have a good one. Bye-bye.